I'm 83 years old, and the thing that ruined my life wasn't failure. It was something quieter, something everyone praised me for. And by the time I realized it, my best years were already gone. I'm sitting in a small room that smells faintly of lemon cleaner and old books. My hands shake when I lift my coffee now. The mornings are slow and the nights are long. At this age, memories don't knock politely. They come rushing in, uninvited. And there's one memory, one mistake, that returns more than any other. If I could speak to the man I was at 30, there's only one thing I'd tell him. It took me 53 years to understand it, the past, before the mistake. When I was 30, it was 1973, gas was cheap, my back didn't hurt, and I believed, truly believed, that life was something you earned later. I had a small office on the third floor of a brick building downtown. The elevator rattled like it might give up any day. The carpet smelled like dust and burnt coffee. I loved that place, or at least I told myself I did. I wore the same brown suit most days, not because I liked it, but because it made me look serious, important. At home, our kitchen table had a wobble to it, one leg shorter than the others. I kept saying I'd fix it next weekend. My wife, Sarah, used to rest her hand on that table while she talked. She'd smile when she saw me come in late, not because she liked it, but because she missed me. "You're working too hard," she'd say, and I'd laugh. "That's the point," I'd tell her. I thought exhaustion was proof I was doing something right. Our son, Michael, was 5 then. He smelled like crayons and grass. He wanted me to watch him ride his bike. "Tomorrow," I said. "Daddy's tired today." Tomorrow felt infinite back then. I wasn't chasing money exactly. I was chasing security, respect, the feeling that one day I'd finally arrive. I told myself I was being responsible, a good husband, a good father. That belief, it kept me going for years. The turning point, the silent choice. The mistake didn't happen all at once. That's what makes it dangerous. There was no dramatic argument, no slammed doors, no single day I can point to and say, there it is. Instead, it sounded like this. Just a few more years. Once things settled down, after this promotion. In 1985, I was offered a bigger role, more pay, longer hours. I remember the phone call clearly. The office was quiet, rain tapping against the window. I looked at my reflection in the glass, gray just starting at my temples. I felt proud, chosen. That night, Sarah made chicken and potatoes, my favorite. The steam fogged up the windows. She listened as I explained the offer, nodded. Then she asked, very softly, "Will you be home more or less?" I didn't answer right away. I already knew, but I said, "It's temporary." She smiled, but her eyes didn't. I told myself I was doing this for them. That's the lie I lived inside. Inside, another voice whispered, "If you slow down now, you'll fall behind." So I signed the papers, and just like that, I chose the silent mistake. The consequences. When time collects its debt, the years didn't pass. They disappeared. Michael stopped asking me to watch him ride his bike. Then he stopped asking me anything at all. Sarah stopped waiting up. Then she stopped complaining. Silence replaced concern. I noticed it, but I was always too busy to face it. In 1997, I missed Michael's school play. I had a meeting. He stood on stage anyway. Someone else clapped. In 2003, Sarah redecorated the living room. I didn't notice for weeks. That should have scared me. The moment it all hit me came much later. Much too late. It was 2012. I was 69. The house was quiet, in a way I'd never heard before. No television, no footsteps. Sarah had passed 6 months earlier. I sat at that same kitchen table, the one I never fixed, and realized I had built a life that didn't need me anymore. Michael lived in another state. We spoke on holidays, carefully, politely. I was surrounded by everything I worked for, and none of what I loved. That's when it landed, not like a scream, like a weight. I hadn't lost my best years to failure. I lost them to postponement. I kept waiting for life to begin, and it quietly ended instead. The wisdom. What I know at 83. At 83, the truth is painfully clear. The most dangerous mistakes don't feel wrong at the time. They feel responsible. They feel mature. The world applauds you for them. But love keeps score differently. Nobody remembers how late you stayed at the office, but they remember when you weren't there. I used to think I had time. Now I understand. Time is not something you have. It's something that happens to you. If I could speak to my 30-year-old self, I wouldn't warn him about failure. I'd warn him about delay, about trading presence for promises, about mistaking productivity for purpose. Because one day you wake up old, and the people you love are memories instead of voices. And memories, they don't hug back. If you're listening to this and thinking I'll change someday, please hear me. Someday is a lie I believed for 50 years. Call the person you keep meaning to call. Sit at the table. Miss the meeting. I can't go back, but you can still choose differently. If this story stayed with you, stay with this channel. There's not much time left for me, but there's still time for you.